everybody, and welcome back to VGBoombox. This is Bobby, and in today's tutorial we're going to be looking at the Breath of Fire 3 song Angel. Breath of Fire 3 is, as you can see, actually a part of my personal collection. One of my favorite games of all time. This is actually one of the games that really got me into wanting to play music. The soundtrack for this game was, at the time, unlike anything I'd ever heard. All the role-playing games I played previous to this game, you know, the soundtracks were very Celtic, classical, medieval sounding. This was like the first one that I played that was very jazzy, very upbeat. You know, it had, you know, guitars, it had trumpets, it had bass guitars, it had xylophone. It was unlike anything I'd ever heard. So this soundtrack is near and dear to my heart. You're going to be seeing a lot of songs from this game from me in the near future. Breath of Fire 3, Secret of Mana, Super Double Dragon, Super Castlevania. Those were some of my favorites, not just back in the day, but to this day. So I'm going to be working a lot of that into this channel as soon as possible. But today we're going to start with one of the easier songs from Breath of Fire 3, just kind of getting warmed up, getting some more content on the channel. I say simpler. This song was actually a bit of a challenge for me. I'm still kind of a intermediate, beginner / intermediate when it comes to the keyboard, so I'm still kind of learning on the job, as they say. But I think this is a great warm-up song. Gets both hands involved. Really work your dexterity, because you really got to stretch across this octave. So it's just a great practice song. So we're going to jump into it, see if I can demystify this song for you, and just kind of break down how it's played. Alright, so on to the song. So this song is broken into two very distinct parts, or phrases, however you want to look at it. So first part, or the first phrase, starts on C, goes to F sharp, A sharp, C, E, F sharp again, A sharp again, C again, E again, and then backwards. Okay, so the first phrase is played just like that twice. Repeat. Okay, so when you get back to this F sharp, instead of going back to the C, we're going to switch to C sharp, and then we're going to go to the next phrase. So the next phrase is C sharp, G, B, C sharp, F, G, B, C sharp, F, back to C sharp, B, F, or G, sorry, F, C sharp, B, G, and then back to C sharp. And we're going to play that twice, but the second time we're going to add an extra note at the end, and I'll show you that in a second. But let me just play through that whole phrase again. So it's okay, then we're going to go back to C sharp, and I'm going to show you where it changes up a little at the end. So C sharp, G, B, C sharp, F, G, B, C sharp. Okay, so this time, instead of just playing the F, we're going to play the F and the G together. Then C sharp, B, G. Then we're going to play this F and this F at the same time. Then we're going to go back to the C sharp, B, G. And then we're going to switch back to the first phrase, which is C. And then it starts over. So let me play it all the way through, and I think it'll make a little more sense. So we're going to start with the C phrase. I'm going to play it again. Right here we're going to switch. extra notes. All right, hope all that makes sense. One of the wonderful things about YouTube and videos is you can rewind, you can pause, you can maybe slow down. You may have to download it to slow it down, but yeah, practice that. A few fine points. Always try to throw in a few fine points. When you play the song, try to hold this first note at least until you get to the octave of that note, which is that second C. So instead of playing like the individual notes like that, try to hold this one until you get to that one, and that'll give you that sustaining of that first note, which is synonymous with the original track. Now on my keyboard, I'm using an electronic or electric piano setting, so it has a little bit of a sustain, but you'll hear it starts to fade, which is fine because that's kind of similar to the original track. So that's kind of the original track sound, but it does make a big difference to hold that first note as long as you can, rather than just kind of pecking through the notes. The other thing I challenge you to do is use your whole hand. Don't just peck with one finger. On your left hand, try to play from your pinky all the way to your thumb. Specifically, I'm using pinky, middle finger, pointer finger, thumb. Then on my right hand, I'm using like all of my fingers. So I've got thumb, first finger, middle finger, ring finger, and pinky. So I really try to spread your hand out and use all your fingers, and not just peck the notes. So really, let it be an exercise physically, mentally, musically, and just really let it help you develop. I think it's just a really good exercise that you can use. Personally, this is one that I'm going to be using as a warm-up, probably maybe not every day, but pretty regularly, so that I can really develop my keyboarding skill. Something I always wanted to be able to do. Hasn't necessarily been easy for me to learn, but I've seen progress as I've continued to play. So I'm going to keep playing, pecking along, playing the song in particular to really develop that skill. So comments below, like, subscribe. There's a link below for the Patreon if you'd like to contribute to the channel. I've got lots more songs I'm working on. I would love to have the support. We have 3 patron levels, $1, $3, and $5 a month respectively. 8-bit, 16-bit, and 64-bit. The 64-bit third tier patron. With that level, you can request songs, you can request parts of songs. I see a lot of time people will request songs in the comments of videos, and that's not bad, but that's something I'll try to reserve for my patrons. So feel free to jump over to Patreon, become a third tier patron, put in your request. I'll start a wish list, and I will start working on those requests as they come in. Also, if you would like a lesson on a specific part of a song, usually when I do a tutorial on YouTube, if a song has 4, 5, 10 parts, I'm going to just do a lesson on maybe one part of the song. So if there's like a part that I don't do a lesson of, and you like to see a lesson of that part, just drop a request in the Patreon, and we'll work that out, and it'll become exclusive Patreon content for patrons. I think that's it for this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. Catch us in the next one. I'm going to be working on some more things soon. I'm going to try to start getting on a more consistent schedule, because I've just got tons of songs that I want to play and post. So I'm going to be working to become more consistent. But thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you in the next one.